lot of brothers, different mothers. That's what I know. That's what I know. That's what I know.
We ready on Dolly? And roll sound. Rolling, Mark. Action.
Hernandez! Newark! Been there! Anybody? Gone. They're all gone.
Cut. That was great. It's good.
I'm Tibock, and you are?
I'm Terry West. Short for Flesh for the Beast.
Flesh for the Beast. Man, I saw that film. It was really good. You got me psyched into it. So, can you explain to me what got you inspired for this horror film?
Well, I'm a big fan of European horror movies like Fulci, Argente. You know, even like I like old school horror. I like the very excessive horror. I don't think they do enough of it these days. So when the opportunity came to work for Media Blasters, their biggest market is European horror. So I told them, I said, well, why don't we make something that's, you know, almost like a modern American version of 80s European horror, and they went for it. That's pretty much how it came to be.
So, this film was kind of based on an 1800 type house back.
Yeah, it's based on a former carnival barker played by Aldo Sambrell named Alfred Fisher, and essentially what he is he's an occultist. You know, he's really into the dark arts and dabbles, and he eventually settles down and acquires this mansion and turns the mansion into a brothel. And he has all these, 1800s like prostitutes. And essentially what happens is they all kind of mysteriously disappear. And 100 years later, this man acquires the house, brings in a team of parapsychologists to investigate all the harsh, like, sort of, hauntings going on there, and it kind of takes place from there.
So explain to me, what is this thingy, mask-looking thingy?
Oh, this is actually one of the castings of one of the actresses from Flesh for the Beast. It's missing the teeth. Essentially, I sat down with effects people and an artist, and they asked me how I wanted the creatures to look, and I essentially told them I wanted to look like sharks on feet. That I wanted them to not have any type of human emotional trait. That I wanted them to have black eyes and no nose and just rows and rows of teeth. So that's pretty much what we based it on, because I essentially wanted them to look like, when they turn into these creatures, the ultimate predator. Something you can't reason with, something you can't say, please don't hurt me. Like when you see them, they're just going to rip you like a new one.
Like, oh no. Okay, right. Just get it done with.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been kind of difficult. I can't breathe through my nose, only my mouth. Eating is a real chore, and so it's just been an eye-opener.
The demon makeup was extremely uncomfortable. I wanted to get rid of their noses because I felt that, I wanted to remove any, remote human trait, and to me the noses had to go. And unfortunately, that put them in a very, very uncomfortable spot.
trying not to look at myself in the mirror because it's really scary.
So how many girls were there? Three.
There were 3 girls that played the main succubus characters. It was Ruby LaRocca, Barbara Joyce, Caroline Hoermann. You know.
And that with the guy himself.
And Sergio Jones played the main character, John Stoker, who's the guy that's acquired the house in modern times.
You know, for some reason, him and the other main guy seem to have like a limp.
Yes.
And they both seem to have like certain traits that are similar.
They're supposed to, yeah. There's a parallel between the 2 of them. See, essentially, like you saw at the beginning of the movie.
Because I noticed that. I don't think maybe everyone's caught that. But.
No one has. Actually, not too many people have. Is that Stoker is essentially following in Fisher's footsteps. You know, sort of becoming he's attracted to it. Because at the very beginning of the movie, Stoker's a good guy. He's not the villain. I mean, the beginning of the movie shows his first attempt in the house. And that's the thing I hope people, like, if you remember when he finds the amulet in the skull, he like throws his head back and laughs, and if you hear Fisher's laugh on top of it. Is that, yeah, he's slowly becoming, you know, he's slowly being seduced like Fisher was. Yeah.
And this is the amulet. I take it.
This is actually an amulet that the amulet master made a duplicate of it for me, and this is really hard to see in the film, but the whole basis of it is that it's a beetle, and there's a dove in the center, and it's surrounded by 4 serpents. And if you notice, there's a scene in the movie where the character Sturgeon walks in and looks at the medallion, and when it cuts to the overhead, the 4 figures are surrounding him exactly the way the serpent surrounding the dove. It's very, very subtle, you know, but like this was supposed to mean something, but unfortunately I don't know how well it came across on film. But I always like the idea that each leg is a serpent, and then there's a dove trapped in the middle between them. So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing with that.
Because explain to me about these demons. Like,
yes.
You said something to me off camera about them, you know, traveling through dimensions and.
Yeah, actually, the basis. I wrote a story a long time ago called Carnex. And that stands for Carnivore from the Nexus. It's sort of a thing that exists in my little fiction universe. And a Carnex basically is any demon in its pure form. It's all a demon is in my universe is just an eating machine. It's just something that, you know, that's almost like a shark in the water. And so what happens is that this medallion, you know, draws those creatures from another dimension and puts them into whatever sacrifice or subject that they're, you know, killing. So that's pretty much the premise of it, yeah.
And every single one of these girls has their own personality.
Yes, they do.
Can you explain to me each one of them and their personality?
Sure. Well, when I first wrote it, I wrote very extensive little character descriptions. The first one that we encounter is Pauline. And there she is right now. There's Pauline the Pure. Come on over.
Yes.
Come on in.
And essentially, her personality is that she's that. How do I put this? She's you know the old expression.
The foreign flesh eater.
Essentially, she plays hard to get, and. You know, like in her description, it's like she has to be conquered. She has to, you know, it's a conquest to her. And then we have Cassandra, we call her Cassandra the child. Not because she is a child, but because she has the mentality of a child. And that mentality, unfortunately, also, you know, means a really, really nasty mean streak. And then we have Irene the Insatiable, played by Barbara Joyce, and that's pretty much it with Irene. Like Irene would rather you know have sex than eat the guys, and she's an emasculator, and she's also like you know just ravenous appetite. And actually, in the original script there was a 4th one, but I cut her. The 4th one was Elizabeth the Unrequited, but it was a little too much, so I cut that one out. Maybe we bring her back for the sequel, have her in there. But yeah, what I really wanted to do was I wanted these girls to they respond to a certain fantasy that each male has, and they represent themselves as what that male wants. And I mean, in the next movie, like, Pauline may not have the same personality she had in this film. You don't know, because in this film she was responding to what the character wanted. So the next film, they could all have totally different personalities.
Like the demon gives them what they want.
Yeah. So they could all have totally different personalities in the next film. You know, I mean, I don't know yet. I don't know where it's going to go.
I totally relate with my character, because definitely there are times that I feel like killing the man I love or have sex with, and tearing their faces apart. So actually, I'm totally in her. Why, I suppose you could force me to your will right here and now, and there's nary a thing I could do about that.
I get it now. It's all making sense. The shower, you, this whole scenario. The house is with me.
I get seduced, I get taken advantage of by a beautiful woman, and then I get my face ripped off, and she feeds on me.
Action. Eddie's out and cut.
How did you feel when you took part of this film?
How did I feel when I, what?
When you decided to take, when you saw the script, what did you say?
Oh, I was totally excited. It was great. It was a great chance a great challenge to do something different, because I hadn't done anything like this, and I love working on this.
So, what was your favorite scene in the film?
My favorite scene, the sex, of course.
So, did you like putting on the makeup and doing the whole thing, or was it hard?
It was hard.
Was it excruciating?
It was hard.
It was hard. But you had a fun time doing it.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great team, and I think, yeah, it was a great team effort, and I think it was really wonderful working with everybody. We had it was a great experience in that way, and like, you know, it's always amazing to work on a movie, because it's always like magic. You work on something, it's out of sequence, and in the end you have like this product, and it's amazing, you know?
So how did you run with each other? What happened?
How did we?
How did you meet each other?
At the first audition, basically, Terry told me about the script and like about everything, and I was excited from the beginning on. Absolutely, yeah.
When she came in and read for the character Pauline, one of the things that really impressed me about her was that she just like reached out. Like, you could see it even in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, she just like totally just, and you could totally sucking this guy in. And I also love the fact that she was German, because I was, oh, the accent's great, because we're doing a, you know, Euro horror style movie. It'd be great. And no, I was really, really fortunate that we were able to convince her to do it. You know, yeah.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks a lot.
And thank you for your time, too.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Tibock.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
All right, I'm Tibock, and I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, and he wants to roll in the next one.
I have to warn you folks, this place makes Amityville look like a spinning teacup ride. I have had numerous parapsychologists and psychics here. Every attempt has failed. You were brought in to take a crack at it. Welcome to my home.
So where are we heading?
Into the bowels of hell. I won't kill you. You have my word.
Flesh for the beast. You had a taste, and now I want a taste.
I'm Zenbach, and you are?
Lamar Braxton Porter.
And I take it you're one of the larger heavyweight wrestlers here?
I am the heavyweight here.
Okay. Well, today did you get a chance to put somebody down?
You know what? You're just like all the other white guys out here, trying to just hold the black man down. I am sick and tired of being oppressed. I came here for an opportunity, and all I got was hatred and discrimination. And now you're going to stand here with your stupid little look on your face and try and interview me? What do you have to say? Because my time is...
Well, first of all, I'm from the lost tribe of Vulcan, so I'm green-blooded. And I find a lot of discrimination, so I can relate to that. So, but I want to know what you've been doing. I want to share it with all those people out there on Zenbach's Forte.
You know what I've been doing?
Yeah,
I've been trying to wreak havoc on everyone, every white boy, just like Havoc tonight. You know, maybe he got the better of me tonight, but somewhere down the line, he better watch his back. I tell you that right now, he better watch his back, because I'm coming back, Havoc. I'm coming for you again, and again, and again, until you're out of this business. You think you're funny? You think you're funny dropping me on my head like that? You think your manager's funny coming in and interfering with our match like that? You know, maybe I only spit on him twice, but you were lucky tonight. You were lucky tonight, John Shane. You know, Havoc, I got your number. I am coming for you, all right? I am coming for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Havoc!
All right, let's start on something. I got into this music back in '71, just when I got out of the service. And I heard some cats. One of them was a man called Little Walter. He did a tune called Juke. Has anybody ever heard that? It's a little instrumental. If anybody want to jump up and dance, it has that groove. I didn't know it was a harmonica when I first heard the thing. But check it out. Here it goes.
such a big Peter Jackson fan, I would have to say is Sergio playing the character of Stoker, you know, just getting bombarded with blood and guts from above.
My character is sort of crucified on the ceiling, and his innards fall out. His guts spill out and shower. Stoker, that's like one of the last effects in the film. That took a long time. We went through talking to a lot of different people how to do that.
The rib cage falls open and guts fall out, and it's going to be done in 2 shots. The first shot is going to be a shot of the body, Sturgeon's body, up in the air, pinned to a ceiling, rib cage will open, guts will fall out, camera will be right below it, so it'll come straight down. I'm going to wet everything on the inside with my hand, wet the strings that are coming down, the intestines coming down, pack them by hand back up, take the small intestines that we have, put them in there so that we'll have different areas that'll fall, and take the one large intestine that folds up like an accordion, stick that in there. I'll close the chest up. He has a pulley system that he holds, so he'll keep it closed. I'll clear out, take out the thing, camera will roll. In theory, I'll step away, he'll let go, splat, right on the camera.
Action! Ooh. Look good for me. Still rolling. Just cut. Everyone stay where you are. Let's get ready to roll so Steve can get it back up. We need a ladder.
Second one is going to be him standing below. It's more of a downward shot, and we're just going to douse him in about 8 gallons of intestines and just basically warm fake blood. And we're going to be up on the same scaffolding. We're going to, as soon as this scene with dropping the guts out of the body is done, we're going to take the body out, which leaves a big hole where the actor was going to go through. We're going to sit up there with a bucket each, basically going to target the guy right below us. He's going to look up, and we're just going to both boosh right down on him.